Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is presented by Bell Tire. Justin Verlander is back on the mound here at Comerica Park. The last time Verlander towed the rubber in the Motor City, he threw a gem against Cleveland. Now tonight, Verlander will try and cool off the Desert Snakes from Arizona, who've been slithering through the row in their last 20 games. Meantime, the kid from Homer, Michigan, Josh Collmenter, will counter for the Diamondbacks. Collmenter has been struggling a bit, but in his last 4 starts on the road, his ERA is a sparkling 1.69. So it's the rookie right-hander looking to impress in his home state against the veteran Verlander, who's been impressive all season and throughout his career. As we get set for Game 2 between the Diamondbacks and the Tigers, let's send it back to the Call Sam studio. Here's Trevor Thompson. We welcome you back to Comerica Park. The Arizona Diamondbacks are in town. Game 2 in this 3-game series featuring the Tigers and the D-backs. And by the way, if Detroit combines for 3 or more home runs in this game, bring a copy of the box score to a participating Arby's location tomorrow and get yourself a free small order of curly fries. Kirk Gibson's Arizona Diamondbacks in town, and they came back with a victory last night against the Tigers after falling behind 4-0. Here is Gibson's starting lineup tonight, presented by the Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Ryan Roberts leads it off at third base, followed by Kelly Johnson and Justin Upton. Stephen Drew is batting cleanup tonight. Chris Young will bump down to 5 in the lineup. Miguel Montero is the catcher. Willie Mopena the DH. Juan Miranda at first, and Gerardo Parra He is in left field. The scouting report on Justin Verlander is presented tonight by Ace Hardware.
If Justin Verlander is not the best right-hander in all of baseball, he is right up there in that conversation, and he has done some of his best work against the National League. He comes in with 13 wins and 2 losses against the senior circuit, and with Kirk Gibson running quite a few right-handed bats out there tonight with power, we might see Verlander throw more sliders in this ball game. Let's take a look at the Tigers defensively. It's always presented by Beaumont Health System. You've got Bosch in left, Jackson in center. Ordonez starting to perk up with that bat. He's in right. Inge, Peralta, Santiago, Cabrera. That's the infield, and it's good to see back behind the plate tonight Avila after taking that wild pitch off of his left bone in his wrist, but he had it x-rayed and he's good to go.
And that's good news. So are these numbers. The numerals on Justin Verlander overpowering this year.
He has just been sickening this year, the stuff that he's featured.
And he's in search of his 10th win tonight, and we'll see if he can get it here in the interleague play. Verlander's set to go to work, and here come the D-backs now. It'll be Ryan Roberts to lead it off, and Kelly Johnson and Justin Upton. On a gorgeous night for baseball here in downtown Detroit. First pitch of the ball game is a ball outside to Kelly, or make it Ryan Roberts. Kelly Johnson and then Upton following. 77 degrees our game time temperature. Kind of balmy here at the ballpark tonight. The 1-0 is a strike called up at the right hand. Goes Mike Malinsky behind the plate.
I was talking to Don Baylor yesterday, and I was asking him how his team would approach a guy like Verlander, and he said, well, Rod, he gives up 6 hits a game. And so I told him, you be one of the 6 guys that gets a base hit and we'll take our chances. But he simply gave Verlander his props. He says he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. Guys like this, you have to grind them out. You have to put some pressure on them and hope they make a mistake. And that's exactly what his hitter's approach will be tonight against Verlander.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Ryan Roberts. In the air, right center field. Jackson on the run. 1 gone. So Verlander keeps the leadoff man off the bases, and that'll bring up Kelly Johnson.
Verlander has the kind of stuff when he does throw you a fastball, even if he misses with his location. Avila wanted this ball inside, and it leaked back over the plate, but he can still crowd you because the fastball's in the mid-90s.
Kelly Johnson has some power, batting in the 2 slot. In fact, just about everybody in their lineup can go deep. They've hit a lot of home runs this year.
They lead the National League in home runs. They've hit more home runs than the Milwaukee Brewers.
Johnson has 12 of those. He was 0 for 3 last night.
Big Willie Mo Pena.
What did he hit one last night?
Oh, my goodness.
The 1-0 is hammered foul back out of play. 1-1. Arizona coming into play tonight with 87 home runs to lead the National League.
They've done a lot of power damage. They've hit lots of doubles. They've scored quite a few runs. They've done nice work under their new hitting coach, Don Baylor.
2 balls and 1 strike. And you see they have 4 guys with 10 or more home runs, but they're also among the National League leaders in steals as well.
They do play in a ballpark that yields quite a few home runs. It's nice to hit in that yard they play in out in Arizona. The ball travels well there. Nice change piece here from JV, fading away from Johnson.
Here's the 2-2 pitch off the inside part of the plate. 3-2 on Kelly Johnson.
That's something I've noticed about Verlander the last 5 starts since the numbers have been off the charts. He's really pitched inside aggressively with that mid-90s fastball.
Full count pitch. He went chasing, struck him out. In the dirt, and Johnson strikes out swinging. First strikeout of the ball game for Verlander. That'll bring up Justin Upton, who's batting in the 3 slot tonight, playing in right field.
These 2 kids here grew up in the same area. the Virginia area. A lot of talent out of that area. I think Verlander a few years older than Justin, though.
Well, you think of the normal baseball hotspots in this country, places like California, Texas, Florida, Georgia, but that Virginia area has produced a lot of big league players.
A lot of talent.
The Uptons, Zimmerman,
Kadire, Reynolds.
Breaking ball is a beauty, and the count goes 0-2. Upton had a big game last night. 2 out of 3, scored a couple of runs, made a nice running catch out in right field, which really kind of saved the day for them late in the game on a ball hit by Casper Wells.
He's been the hottest hitter in baseball lately. Batting average, power numbers. He has just taken his game to a whole nother level. Well, he's playing like he wants to make the All-Star team this year and represent his club in their ballpark.
Upton was an All-Star back in 2009. His numbers this year certainly worthy of a look, that's for sure. Over 300 with 12 home runs. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Upton. 2 gone. We're in the first inning, just underway here at the ballpark.
Beautiful night.
And Verlander's 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tigers again have an opportunity to climb into a first place tie if they can win tonight. Cleveland losing in San Francisco. And the 2-2. Breaking ball, grounded foul. Verlander in interleague play has been really, really good. 18 starts against the National League. He's 13-2. He's absolutely dominated the NL.
He's also averaged a strikeout an inning. 116 strikeouts in interleague play for Justin.
Shattered his bat. And the soft liner is caught by Peralta. 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Typical start for JV. Make the start for the Arizona Diamondbacks, the native of Homer, Michigan. There's his mom, Melissa Colmenter, taking some photos on an occasion they will remember forever and ever and ever. And the young man will face this lineup for the Tigers that is presented by Big Boy. Austin Jackson, Brennan Bosch, Maglio Ordonez at the top tonight for Detroit. Cabrera cleans up, then Martinez, then Peralta. You've got Avila, Inge, and Santiago rounding out the lineup for the Tigers this evening. Well, the Bernstein Advantage brings you the scouting report on Josh Colmenter of the Diamondbacks. Get the Bernstein Advantage. We go to bat for you.
It's been quite a while since I've seen a right-handed pitcher with the kind of delivery that Josh has. It is literally straight over the top. For the most part, he will throw you fastballs anywhere from 83 to 86 miles an hour, although Kirk Gibson, his manager, said before the game today that he would be fired up. He might touch 89 here tonight.
And a swing and a miss on an 88-mile-an-hour fastball by Cole Mentor. It'll be Jackson, Bosch, and Ordonez. Next pitch on the outside corner, 0-2.
There's that 89 Gibby was talking about.
And that over-the-top delivery, which you don't see very often.
Pretty much fastballs and changeups from Cole Mentor. Very few breaking balls does he throw.
Came right after him again with a fastball at 88. So it's not overpowering yet. The deception of that delivery, I guess, is what makes him so effective.
Apparently, because he is literally straight over the top. As a matter of fact, he has to lean to the left to get the arm up and over his head.
1-2. Cole Mentor is 25 years old, 6'2", 235. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Jackson is out of there, and a good start for Cole Mentor. Mom is happy. It's his first strikeout of the night. That'll bring up Bosch. Brendan batting .299, came on as a pinch hitter in last night's ball game. Did not start against the lefty Zach Duke.
And Brendan Bosch is hitting over 400 in his last 20 games. And batting mostly in that number 3 spot for Jim Leland.
Bosch with 10 home runs. In the month of June, he's hitting .393. That's in the air towards shallow center field. Chris Young coming on. And Bosch is retired.
It already looks like Cole Mentor is going to try to entice the Tigers into swinging at fastballs that are above the belt buckle. The velocity on his fastballs are anywhere from 86 to 89 miles an hour, but if it's above the belt buckle, that presents some problems for some hitters. And we've already seen a couple guys swing at that pitch. Jackson swung and missed, and Bosch popped his up.
Ordonez fouls it away. From a hitter's point of view, how much difference is there between 88 and say 92, 93? Is that a big difference?
Well, it kind of depends on movement. I mean, if a guy's throwing 88 miles an hour and he's got some pretty good movement, there can be some problems there. But if you're straight and you're in that range between 88 to 92, that's really good hitting speed for the guys in the big leagues.
Here's the 1-1 to Maglio. He fouls that one out of play.
It almost looks like, because of the arm slot that he's throwing from, that he might have a difficult time in getting fastballs down. It's either that or he's pitching up in the zone by design.
One thing we do know, right-handers are really struggling against him this year. They bat just .155. That's shot to right field, but it's slicing. It'll go foul.
Let's take a look at Josh's delivery. Over the top. And then he kind of clears the left shoulder out of the way toward first base, which allows the arm to get up and straight over the top.
And the 1-2. Checked his swing and rolls it towards second. Johnson has it there, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Josh Cole Mentor. Mom's fired up. Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Comerica Bank. Strength and stability since 1849. By Chrysler. And by Arby's. Stop by today and try the new Shroom and Swiss sandwich. Arby's, it's good mood food. By the way, did you know, Rod, it's country music night at the ballpark tonight?
I did know that. I don't see a lot of hats in the stands, though.
No, I'm not either. But there's some country music going on here at the ballpark. Country nights at Comerica. One of the many theme nights here at the ballpark this season. Of course, Paul's always dressed up. Paul's always gets the memo.
Paul's loves a party.
That is one big hat.
Got a little entourage, too.
Paul's always has an entourage. That ball's hit deep. Maglio going back to the wall and right at the base. Steven Drew almost hit one out. One gone.
One of the reasons why Verlander has been able to go so deep in games lately, his last 9 starts, he's been averaging about 8 innings. Pitching to a lot more contact, not trying to strike everybody out, and opposing teams are up there swinging early and often against Verlander because he's so good. You don't want him to get ahead of you.
Here's Chris Young now with 1 out. 4 straight retired by Justin. Young last night 1 out of 4, scored a couple of times.
Bases loaded squeeze last night with the number 4 hitter in the batter's box, and that was Young last night, and he butted into a double play.
Yeah, that kind of blew up, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
And it's a situation where Arizona had a chance late to kind of break it open or at least get an insurance run or two. But the double play kept it a 1-run game.
It's one of those plays where it's not all bad. I mean, they won the game. But it's a play where if it works, then Kirk Gibson looks like a genius.
And I'm assuming they were hoping the element of surprise was going to make that play work. And a good bunt, obviously. There's a bouncer to third, foul.
Well, here's a look at it, and there was an element of surprise because very seldomly you see the number 4 hitter, one of your top RBI guys up there squeezing. But it was a good play by Benoit. He got the ball to Avila, and Avila was able to elude the tag and get the ball down on its way to Cabrera.
Two balls, 1 strike. Chris Young. That's fouled straight back.
Good swing right there by Young. He knew it too. A really good swing. Now he's got to hit Mr. Snappy. He was all over this fastball.
Young leads their team with 15 home runs this year. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And Verlander again gave him a fastball at the knees at 96.
Doubled up with fastballs inside.
So now you think a slider here?
He can do a lot of different things. Verlander has 3 different pitches that he could get Young out with. They're going to go with the slider.
Missed it inside. 3-2.
I had a feeling he'd throw a few more sliders here today.
Avila once again putting down the signs tonight. The 3-2 pitch. It's a fastball on the outer edge. See you later. Struck him out.
That's pitching. That is pitching. Paint. Paint on the outside black with pitch number 7 to Young.
And Verlander has his 2nd strikeout of the night. 2 up, 2 down for Miguel Montero, the Arizona catcher.
Good hitter. Montero can hit.
And apparently career against the Tigers really good. 353. That pitch at his letters, and it's fouled back. That one go back into Dave Dombrowski's booth?
Not sure.
Now Avila's got it. Yep, there it is. There's a ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And there's the recipient. Montero with 9 home runs. He's in his 6th year as the Diamondbacks catcher. The 1-1 is outside. He recently became their starter. And as you mentioned, can really hit. 38 RBIs. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A little bit outside. 3-1 now as Verlander falls behind. Justin to this point has not allowed a base runner. And Verlander coming off a very good effort against the Colorado Rockies back at Coors Field. A tough place to pitch. Well, all he did was throw a complete game, giving up just 1 run. And there's a strike. Montero tried to coax a walk.
And Verlander also pitching in a place in Colorado where they say you really can't throw your breaking ball because of the altitude. The ball doesn't break. Guess what? He had a great curveball that day.
3-2 the count stays on Montero. Verlander had back-to-back starts in which he struck out double digits. He struck out 10 Seattle Mariners, then 12 Cleveland Indians before his last start against Colorado. The strikeouts weren't quite as high, but he was just as dominant. Willie Mo Pena waiting on deck. That'll get back out of play. Three and 2 on Montero. Verlander's last loss was on April the 27th when Seattle beat him. He has had mostly wins and a couple of no decisions between then and now. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 97 on the gun for his 3rd strikeout. 1-2-3 inning for Justin Verlander. Here at Comerica Park on a very warm evening here at the ballpark. The Tigers and Diamondbacks, game 2 in the series, still no score at this point, and Miguel Cabrera leads it off. He'll be followed by Martinez and then Peralta. Colementor got the Tigers 1-2-3 in the first inning. He's done that now in 6 of his 9 starts this year. First pitch to Cabrera, fouled back. Here it is, 87 miles an hour. Try and hit it.
Tigers need to force Josh into getting that fastball down, though. They really do.
The 0-1. That one was down as it bounced in. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Montero took the brunt of that last pitch. We talked about the over-the-top delivery of Comenter, and he was asked where that delivery first started. He went back to his days as a youth and homer when he'd go out back, and believe it or not, one of the things they do for fun, they pick up a hatchet and just fire them at tree stumps.
Really?
And so it was that over-the-top delivery of the hatchet on the tree stump that kind of made its way into baseball. This will be caught by Upton. 1 gone. Here he is in high school at Homer, where they won a state championship.
He was perfect that year.
And then he went on to pitch at Central Michigan University for the Chippewas.
Still featuring that high gas.
2004 Class C title, 38-0. Homer finished that year. Victor Martinez, the batter.
On Tigers Live, the pregame show, Justin White did a marvelous piece on Comenter. Justin went to his hometown, went to his house, talked to his mom, his dad. A wonderful piece. Almost dropped a tear.
A little pop-up, back is short, and it's going to drop. Base hit. And you're going good, and Victor's going good.
Let's take a look at the Arizona Diamondbacks defensively. It's presented by Tim Horton. They've got a couple of impact players in the outfield. One would be Young, the other one would be Upton. The infield reads Roberts, Drew, Johnson, Miranda. Miranda's got some power, and we've already told you about Montero. He's the catcher.
So the Tigers have the game's first hit, a bloop single by Victor Martinez. And here is Johnny Peralta. Yeah, I saw that same piece you were talking about, and his mom, Melissa, got very, very emotional thinking about how much work that Josh had put into becoming a professional baseball player. There's Melissa.
She said nothing was given to him.
Well, he certainly worked hard to get to this level. Here's the 1-0. Off speed that time, missing high. 2 balls, no strikes.
John Paul Morosi was also on the pregame show today, and he has Victor Martinez going to the All-Star game this year.
Does he?
He does.
Well, he's hitting .332.
He is.
And that's second in the league, so who knows? The 2-0 to Peralta. Johnny had a rip, straight back 2-1. Peralta can certainly make a case. 11 homers, 42 RBIs, hitting over 300. And the 2-1. Make it 2-2. It is really odd in this day and age in the game of baseball not to see a guy throwing 92, 93 miles an hour with his fastball. It really is. But Comenter has been 87, 88 in that range.
Especially being right-handed. Left-handers can get away with it, but not many right-handers at this velocity.
The 2-2 popped him up. That was 88, right to the second baseman, and Johnson hauls it in. 2 gone. So Martinez stays anchored at first base. That'll bring up Alex Avila. Avila at 295 was 0 for 4 in the opener last night, but his last 2 at bats, that left wrist had to really be barking. After he took that wild pitch off the wrist, it hit the bone, hit a nerve actually, and Alex said he lost all feeling in his hand.
He said he thought he broke it initially until that feeling came back. They x-rayed it as precaution, and the x-rays were negative.
Ball 1 to Avila. Well, that's the one fear that I think the Tigers are going to have to deal with this entire season, keeping Avila healthy. Victor Martinez certainly is a capable catcher, but the plan was to have Avila catch most of the games this year, which he has if he would hit, and he has done that. But it's given the Tigers another dimension in terms of the depth of their lineup when both of those guys are in. And Colementor has fallen behind 2-0 on Avila.
The one thing that Jim Leyland really hasn't had since taking over the manager's job in 2006, he really hasn't had impact left-handed bats. He now has 3 really good left-handed bats in Bosch, in Avila, and also Victor Martinez.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, he's had a ton of impact right-handed bats
for years. They would always go out and get an Aubrey Huff or Matt Stairs or Sean Casey. They never had those left-handed bats.
Now 3-0.
Well, that's what they used to use the trade deadline for, and that was to get those kind of bats.
Well, it certainly gives your lineup a lot more balance when you have 3 guys that can bat from the left side with some kind of authority. And a strike called. Avila thought he had a walk, but not so. Questioning the home plate umpire right now
in a very subtle way.
Three and one. Driven right field, hit well. Upton on the run. He won't get it. It's off the wall. This might get a run in. Here comes Martinez. They'll send him home, and he is safe at home plate. Victor beat the throw, and Avila has an RBI double.
Outstanding job of being patient in the batter's box by Alex Avila, and this ball trickled right back to Upton. He got it in. The first cutoff man let the ball go. Had he cut the ball, it's an out at home plate, but Johnson elected to let it go. Drew then picked it up. He threw home, and it was a very close play.
Wonder why he let that ball go.
I do not know why I know it's short hop. I mean, a lot of times they teach you when it's going to be a tough play for you, let the guy behind you take it, but had he picked that ball, I'm talking about the second baseman Johnson, it's a close play at home plate.
Instead, Martinez scores to make it 1-0 Detroit. A 2-out RBI double for Avila. Brandon Inge trying to pick him up.
Let's take one more look at the throw. Now he gets the ball in, and now it bounces right past Johnson, and then it trickles to Drew. Now look how close the play is. If the ball's picked, as I said, by the second baseman, a different result at home plate.
Meanwhile, the 42nd RBI of the year for Avila. 0-2 on Inge. And down he goes. Strikeout for Colementor. That's his second. Tigers get a run, though. Sports Detroit is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy, the no wait, no hassle way to a great morning. AT&T. And by Lipton's Recipe Secrets, the secret to great tasting recipes. Country night here at the ballpark. Square dancing. Here at Comerica Park. Little Kid Rock going on in the background as well. By the way, you can vote for your Tigers McDonald's Player of the Game, presented by the Angus Third Pounder. Using your cell phone, text Tigers followed by a space, then the player's uniform number to 37338, or you can vote online at foxsportsdetroit.com. So the Tigers have a 1-0 lead on the Avila RBI double.
How about this crowd here tonight?
Fabulous. This looks like a sellout.
Oh, for sure.
Willie Mo Pena leads it off. Pena, Miranda, and Parra. 7, 8, 9 facing Verlander. They're even hanging off the roof of the jungle up there.
They come to see number 35.
Pena batting .267 in the big leagues this year. I was talking to Rick Thompson of the Tigers PR department today about that home run by Pena, which was listed as the 3rd longest hit here at Comerica Park. If Pena was a left-hander and hit that ball to right field.
K-Line's corner?
Actually, Pepsi Porch.
Really?
Yeah, which is about the same level, only a little bit more in fair territory. But yeah, that same area out there is where that ball would have landed last night had he been a left-hander hitting it that far. That's how impressive it was. That ball's hit hard to third and right through Brandon Inge, who seemed to lose his footing.
I was talking to him before the game today, and I was asking Willie Mo Pena, what size bat did you use? And he says, I use a 35-33 against left-handers, so that's exactly what he busted out on David Percy last night. And take a look at Don Baylor look at Tram after the home run. This is hilarious.
It's like, did you see that? They've ruled out an error on Inge.
Oh my goodness, that was a bullet.
Yes, it was. Ball 1 to Juan Miranda.
And then you can understand who's on the mound today. Official scorekeeper probably doesn't want any questions later on.
No comment. Miranda batting .233. Willie Mo is aboard. He's the tying run. 1-0 Detroit here in the 3rd. Swing and a miss.
This guy's got some power too. In limited playing time, he's got 7 big flies. They've got some guys that have some power.
Literally 1 through 9. Well, at least 1 through 8. They can all mash.
I mean, your number 7 hitter, Pena, then you got this guy batting 8th. These boys are huge. Let's take one more look at the play. And Brandon Inge. I don't know if the ball took a different direction on Brandon or not, but it looked a little bit unorthodox. Didn't look quite the way that Brandon Inge fields most ground balls. But it was hit like a bullet off his bat, too.
Absolutely correct.
A bullet.
One and 2 on Miranda. Part of the Yankees organization the last 4 years. He tried to check it, went around. See you later. 4 strikeouts now for JV. Time for a game break. Let's go back to the studio. Here's Trevor Thompson. The walk-off balk. How about that? So the Indians lose. Good news for the Tigers. Here's Parra, the number 9 hitter. Fouls it back out of play. Parra batting .271 with 4 home runs.
The one thing I noticed about this Diamondbacks team when I was looking over a few numbers this morning, with all the power that they have and as many doubles as they've hit this year, they've only grounded into 40 double plays, fewest in the National League. They got some big guys, but they do not hit into many double plays.
Drilled down the right field line. That is a fair ball. It'll go to the corner. Here comes Pena headed to third. They're going to stop him there, and a double for Parra. Puts runners at second and third.
What a short, quick stroke by Parra. That was an 0-1 fastball. It was 91 miles an hour. And take a look at the bat quickness. I mean, he dropped the ball, the bat right down into that happy zone, down and in where the left-handers love to hit. And he drilled that ball. Big Willie, he lumbered.
There are certain terms that fit certain people. Lumbering is a great term for Willie Moe.
He's a big man. I told you I went up to him in their clubhouse today and shook his hand. He swallowed my poor hand. Big old mitts.
It's a strike called on Roberts.
You know how some people just hate to shake hands with him because you already know?
Exactly. He's one of them, huh?
Absolutely. Mountain of a man.
Last night the Diamondbacks were 5 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Got a chance to take the lead here against Verlander. Rolled foul.
Here's where Verlander gets tough. Runners on third, less than 2 outs. He has a few different strikeout pitches, and that is exactly what he's trying to do to Roberts here. He is looking for a strikeout.
.98 on that last fastball. You know, finally Roberts given time at home plate. Roberts flied to center field his first time, 0 for 1.
This Diamondbacks team is scrappy.
Swing and a miss. Oh, Verlander carved him up on 3 pitches.
An 89-mile-per-hour slider.
Yeesh.
If he ever masters this pitch, or if he can throw it consistently just like this, then the numbers will be ridiculous at what he'll be able to do most times he takes the mound. That's his 4th best pitch.
Wow.
That pitch.
Here's Kelly Johnson now with 2 outs. So Verlander a chance to pitch out of this mess. He pours in a fastball at 98, high and inside, 1-0.
He's been throwing a lot of fastballs inside tonight.
Right back to the mound, and that'll get him out of the inning. Johnson is out, so are the Diamondbacks. They strain 2.
Baseball's biggest stars will gather together in the Arizona desert for one spectacular night in this summer's biggest event, as Fox brings you every thrilling moment of the 2011 MLB All-Star Game. Coverage begins Tuesday, July 12th, live from Phoenix at 8 p.m. Eastern on your local Fox station.
Here comes Santiago to lead off the bottom of the third. 1-0 is our score. Verlander pitching through some trouble in the top of this third inning. It'll be Santiago, then Jackson, then Bosch. Santiago getting a start at second base tonight in place of Brian Rayburn, a wave and a miss. And down he goes, a strikeout for Colemente. Well, we told you just minutes ago that Cleveland lost, and so the Tigers now can pull into a first place tie if they win. And we were told it was a walk-off balk. It was not. Obviously, it happened in the seventh inning, so that does not qualify as a walk-off balk. But apparently that was the winning run. So there you go. So the Cleveland Indians lose. And the Tigers have been in this situation quite a bit lately, where they've had a chance to climb into first place but haven't been able to take advantage of it.
And Tigers have quite a few more home games, while the Indians are playing in National League yards. They've got 8 more games on the road.
And a shallow center, a base hit.
Little lollipop breaking ball there from Josh, and a nice swing by Jackson.
We'll bring up Brennan Bosch, and the Tigers now have their third hit. Yeah, I have a feeling the Indians are really going to struggle on the road without being able to utilize the DH.
They lost
Shoes out.
Yeah, 6 weeks. Broken thumb. This might be a pretty good combination to run on when we talk about the motion of Colemente, and then you add in the fact that Montero behind the plate has 10 errors already this year.
10?
He has 10 errors. And obviously they're all throwing.
How do you have 10 errors in June as a catcher?
I was wondering the same thing.
He must have thrown a lot of balls into center field.
A lot of pickoff plays. A lot of balls thrown away.
Colemente has 3 strikeouts. He has given up 3 hits. Tigers had 2 of those hits in the second to drive in a run, the Avila RBI double. One and 0 on Bosch.
And second time around, let's see if the Tigers hitters are going to lay off that fastball up in the zone from Colemente. They were not able to lay off that pitch the first time around.
Colemente at Central Michigan University was their all-time career winner at 24 victories and 288 strikeouts, also a high for the Chippewas. One of the things that Colemente faced coming out of high school was that he wanted to go play down south somewhere for his college baseball, but he didn't draw any interest because of his unorthodox delivery. But the pitching coach at Central didn't mind it. In fact, he thought his changeup could be really good coming from that arm angle. So they took him. That missed outside 2-0.
Looks like Tram has the duty of handling the running game for his good buddy Kirk Gibson. When Tram was managing here for the 3 years he was here, Bob Cluck handled the running game for him. It wasn't Kirk, his bench coach.
3 balls, no strikes on Bosch.
Just about that entire staff that Tram had here at the beginning of 2003, they're all back in the big leagues. Bruce Fields is now in the big leagues with the Cleveland Indians as a hitting coach. Mick Keller is the first base coach in New York. And here's Tram, here's Gibby. I don't think Big Will is in professional baseball anymore.
3-0 is a ball down low. That's ball 4. And that That's going to put 2 men on here with 1 out. So the Tigers threatening again. Here's that situation that the Indians are facing now. They will face San Francisco, Arizona, and Cincinnati all on the road in interleague play. Tigers, meanwhile, have the homestand all interleague with the exception of the makeup game on Monday against Toronto.
You can see the Indians, they struggle a little bit on the road as well. 16-21 away from their ballpark in Cleveland.
Here's Ordonez. Maglio bounced out his first time up.
You can see where Miranda, the first baseman, is playing very close to that first baseline. And you can tell they don't know that much about the Tigers, because usually in this situation, the first baseman's well off the line towards second base, because that's where Maglio hits a lot of balls in this type of situation.
Shoots that one to right field, slicing, and it is a foul ball. Low, not by much. Right there to make the call was Chris Guccione. He did it emphatically as well. And that probably would have played it too.
Woo, just foul.
Good call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball to third. Gobbled up there by Roberts to second 1, and there's the double play. 5-4-3 right around the horn. Tigers have turned back, and we go to the 4th. Here's the AT&T trivia question tonight. Name the last player to pitch at a Michigan college and then start a game at Comerica Park. The last player that played at a Michigan college, pitched at a Michigan college, and made a start here at Comerica Park. Of course, before Mr. Colementor. Think about that for a while. And the key word there is start. Start a game here. Verlander back to the hill, and he is enjoying right now a slim 1-0 lead as we go to the 4th inning. It'll be Upton, Drew, and Young facing the Tigers ace. Upton so far in the game 0 for 1, a soft liner to the shortstop his first time up. One run, 3 hits for Detroit. No runs on 1 hit for the Diamondbacks. And the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy, that was a big rip there from Upton.
Too big a swing. You can't take that big a swing against Verlander. And more often than not, you're going to come up empty. And really, Upton does not need to swing that aggressively. He's got lightning quick hands, very quick bat.
One ball and 2 strikes. Verlander with 5 strikeouts tonight, his 5th. Pushed him ahead of Wild Bill Donovan for the all-time strikeout list, which makes him 10th now all-time. Verlander, that is. And he has just picked up another with a breaking ball.
Filthy. Absolutely filthy. Looked like a good pitch. Upton doesn't think so, but it looks like a good pitch. And we talked about Verlander in our pitching profile before the ball game tonight, and we expected that he threw a few more sliders to some of these right-handed hitters that have a lot of power.
That was a good call. We've seen a few of them already tonight. Upton has become the 6th strikeout for the Diamondbacks, and you're right, he's a little bit well, he's upset about that last call. 1 ball, no strikes on Drew. Drew flied out back in the 2nd. Make it 1-1.
I saw Mr. Tiger out in the hallway after that last half inning, and he commented on Verlander. He said, well, we got Justin his 1, and he's good to go now. And he wasn't kidding either. He wasn't smiling.
Probably not.
He didn't smile. I said, we got to get him a couple more, Al.
1 might be enough.
That's the way this guy's been pitching these days.
Here's the 1-2 to Drew. See you later. Wow. He is absolutely cruising right now. 7 strikeouts for JV.
You know, I told you I asked Mr. Tiger, Al Kaline, a few starts ago after Verlander did some of his magic on any given night, and he said the only 2 pitchers that remind him of Verlander, Nolan Ryan and Herb Score, the only 2 pitchers that he would put the same breath as Justin Verlander.
I was going to say they're short one, but there's number 7.
They're having some fun.
Young takes strike 1.
Wow.
In and out.
He's got them all working. I mean, there's guys like these are rare to have a fastball that you can get to 100 miles an hour with, and then have the curve, the changeup, and the slider, and they're all really good pitches. That's how you dominate big league hitters. And Chris continues to miss his fastballs when he does get it.
So you're 0-2 on Justin Verlander here. Literally anything in the arsenal could be coming your way right now.
You just have to look for your fastball and somehow try to make an adjustment to anything else.
Breaking ball is hammered to left.
And that's exactly what Young did. He was looking fastball. Verlander threw a breaking ball at 80 miles an hour and then stayed right over the heart of the plate. And Young got loose on him. Take a look at the pitch.
Diamondbacks have just their 2nd hit of this game. That'll bring up Miguel Montero. A strikeout victim himself back in the 2nd. And he almost got him. Whoa. That was really close.
Eric Young just whispered in Chris Young's ear, don't you get picked off on my watch. Eric Young is the first base coach. He handles the base runners and the outfielders for Kirk Gibson. 19 pickoffs for JV, most in the major leagues by a right-handed pitcher since '06.
Ooh, close again.
Cabrera doing a nice job of letting the ball travel too. Take a look at the glove. I mean, you let it travel all the way and then you simply apply the tag. And when Cabrera first took over at first base, he would reach out for the ball and then try to get back to make the tag. He's gotten better in that regard.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 on Montero.
Well, he threw a hanging breaking ball to Chris Young. 0-2. Verlander will not make that same mistake here again to Montero. As a matter of fact, last time Montero was up, Verlander struck him out with a 97-mile-per-hour piece of cheese.
.60 total now for Verlander, 44 of them strikes. Here's the 0-2. Bouncing ball right side, right at Cabrera, who knocks it down, and that is that for the Diamondbacks. No runs to hit, 1 man left, 3.5 in the books. Prior to tomorrow's game against the Diamondbacks, former Tigers manager Sparky Anderson's number 11 will be retired. Special pregame ceremony beginning at 12:45. All fans receive a commemorative canvas print. Call 866-66-TIGER. And don't forget, the Tigers hope that you'll be in your seats by 12:45 tomorrow, 12:45 p.m. So all of the fans can enjoy the ceremony honoring Sparky Anderson and his number 11 being retired. So again, please be in your seats by 12:45 tomorrow and enjoy the festivities. Should be a fun time here at the ballpark as we honor the great Sparky Anderson. Cabrera leads it off as we go to the bottom of the 4th in a 1-0 game. And that's driven to center field, a base hit. 1 pitch, and the Tigers have a base runner. We'll bring up Victor Martinez. Tigers had 4 hits in this game. 3 singles and a double. The Avila double drove in the game's only run so far. Victor had a single with 1 out in the 2nd, came around on the double by Avila with 2 outs. Victor's average now .335, and he trails Adrian Gonzalez, who leads the American League. I think quite a year for Gonzalez. And apparently he has needed no time at all to adjust the American League.
0. I heard some comments that Gonzalez made when the Boston Red Sox were here. He said he didn't try to adjust to the league. He said he simply makes his adjustments from pitcher to pitcher.
360 followed by Martinez.
And you're talking about a couple of guys that do not get infield singles.
Popped up. This one should find the seats. Two and one on Martinez. Johnny Peralta will follow. We're playing in the 4th, game 2 in this series. 1-0 Detroit. Victor is now 6 for his last 11 at bats. Swing and a miss. 2-2 on Martinez. Driven to right field, but foul. That'll get back out of play. How about that grab? Nice. Now, did he grab the ball? Did the ball grab him?
He got his Verlander jersey on and everything.
Here's the 2-2. Inside, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
If you're Jim, you don't have to be afraid to start Cabrera here. And from first base, Cabrera does not have great speed, but you trust Victor. Victor doesn't strike out all that much.
First time that Comenter has gone to a full count in this game. Runner goes, and it's shot toward left field. Might be trouble. It is. It bounces in, a base hit, and Cabrera will be able to get to third base. It's the second bloop hit that Victor Martinez has had in this game. He just serves one into left.
It's really incredible the concentration that Victor Martinez has with 2 strikes. Cabrera was on the move, and the reason why he was on the move is because Jim has a tremendous amount of respect and trust in Victor Martinez is going to put the ball in play.
First and third now, nobody out. Here's Johnny Peralta. Popped up back in the second. Drives this one to left field. That's going to get down. It'll go to the wall. 1 runner's in. Martinez coming to third. He'll stop there. It's a double and an RBI for Peralta. And the Tigers have a 2-0 lead.
3 through 5, the Tigers have some outstanding hitters. And Johnny Peralta is right in the middle of it. They made him get the fastball down, which is what they've worked on the last couple of innings, and now they're getting some really good swings against Comenter.
3 straight hits for Detroit here in the 4th. Still nobody out. It's a 2-0 game. And here is Alex Avila. He has the other Tigers RBI.
Here's one situation where Alex has been tremendous all year long. He's about 70% with a runner on third, less than 2 outs, cashing them in.
He cashed one in with 2 outs back in the second, doubling in Martinez.
And we were talking about this stat on Avila, runner on third, less than 2 outs, and where his percentage is compared to the rest of the league. He's about 15 percentage points higher than the average in the league.
And Avila now with 42 RBIs total this year. He can knock in a couple more here with the base hit. And he drives one in the air. Deep into right field. Upton is back. He turns and it's gone.
How about a big fly?
Even better. What a night tonight for Alex Avila. Home run of the year for Avila, and it's a 4 RBI night. Five-0 Detroit. And Avila has driven in 4 of the 5. 7 hits now for the Tigers.
Second time through the batting order, they have ambushed the youngster Josh Comenter.
NJ strikeout back in the second. That's in the air to center field. Young is under it, and that is the first out of the inning. They'll bring up Santiago. Santiago struck out back in the third. 7-2. The Tigers have out hit the Diamondbacks tonight. The 0-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. One in the second, now 4 here in the fourth, breaking this one open for Verlander. There's a little pop fly into shallow right. Upton is under it. And 2 outs. He's going to leave it up to Austin Jackson. Jackson 1 for 2, had a single back in the third. There was strike 1 from Comenter. Austin tripled in last night's ball game and now has 6 on the season, which is good for the American League lead, or at least the tie. Borges and Granderson also had 6 coming into play today. 1 and 2.
I guess we got to give a shout out here to Cascarelli's of Homer. They were kind enough to send some peanuts back here with Justin White from Homer.
Yeah, from Jason's, or I should say Josh's hometown.
Yeah.
And that's a bag full of peanuts. Are they still there?
Peanuts,
or did you eat them all yet?
No, I didn't get them all yet.
Yeah.
We thank the owner.
Absolutely. And it was fun to visit them with Josh in town. 3 and 2. The population of Homer, 1851. It's a small village. That's popped up. Second base side for Johnson to end the inning, but a big inning it is for the Tigers. Peralta knocked one in with a double. Avila put the camper on it with a 3-run shot.
Mastery through the first 4 innings here tonight against the Arizona Diamondbacks. He has 7 strikeouts, but take a look at where he's moving the ball around. He's going to the bottom of the strike zone. He's going to the top of the strike zone. Backdoor breaking balls, outstanding sliders. He's mixed in a few changeups as well. It looks like JV has brought his A game, and Mr. K-Line, he approves.
Well, as the strikeouts continue to rack up tonight, the Tigers, meanwhile, are supporting him with 5 runs on 7 hits. And Verlander with 7 strikeouts now has 1,082 career, which is 10th in team history.
And he is not walking anybody either these days. I mean, Verlander, as hard as he throws, his command has been impeccable. He doesn't walk anybody. How can you throw 100 miles an hour and not walk anybody?
Hey, Leland was talking about that the other day. You just don't see guys that throw that hard have that type of command. It just does not exist. Unless you're Justin Verlander, apparently.
Well, Willie Mo Pena, he had 21 home runs in the minor leagues before being recalled this year. And they say the main reason why he was called up was simply they needed a DH in American League cities.
Well, he's ahead of the count here, 2-0. He reached on an error by Inge back in the 3rd. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Pena had 21 bombs in the minor leagues.
Played independent ball last year.
Whistled that one straight back, 2-2.
Now, the one thing that Willie Mo has always had, and he put it on display last night here for us, he's always had tremendous power. He can hit a ball 500 feet.
And I guess he's a great example that if you stay in the game long enough, you never know that next opportunity might present itself, and it has for Pena, at least for a while. That time he was carved up by Verlander, another strikeout. 8 of them.
Hey fans, when the game ends, our coverage continues with Tigers Live as we bring you all the highlights, reaction, and analysis. Tigers Live from the Call Sam Studios and here at the ballpark immediately after the game on Fox Sports Detroit. And it looks like we might be hearing from Justin Verlander once again.
You think?
I do think so.
It looks like it's a pretty good bet.
You know, I was talking to Jeff Jones and Brandon Inge before the game today down on the field right when they were taking batting practice.
There's a high towering fly ball right center field. Jackson under.
And I was talking to Jones about the Verlander curveball. For those of you that have followed the broadcast, I've told you that Verlander does not use any seams when throwing his curveball. And Jones said he cannot think of any other pitcher that does not use the seams to help them get the bite on their breaking ball. But Verlander does not use any seams whatsoever.
Well, he's going to face Gerardo Parra here, and Parra is the only Arizona batter that has not struck out tonight against Verlander.
He said Verlander, when he first came to the big leagues, he threw a little bit of a knuckle curveball, and because he had his knuckle on the ball, he was getting some blisters. Therefore, he taught himself a new breaking ball, and that's the one that we watch every 5th day.
Well, it seems to me, and I know absolutely nothing about pitching, that you would need the seams to throw a good curveball, wouldn't you?
Well, that's why Jeff Jones said he'd never, ever seen anybody throw a kind of curveball that Verlander throws with this kind of bite and with no assistance from the seams.
The 0-2. Hey, there's another strikeout. 9 of them in the ball game now for Justin Verlander. You're watching Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit, presented by Bell Tire. Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Bell Tire. Get the lowest tire price, period. Bell Tire. And by Motor City Casino Hotel, a million miles away, right down the street. Back here in the Motor City as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 5-0 in favor of Detroit tonight. Brendan Bosch leads it off for the Tigers. It'll be Bosch, Ordonez, and then Cabrera. Tigers got 1 in the 2nd, 4 in the 4th, and Verlander has been in cruise control mode in the meantime. Out slowly toward the right side. Johnson has it. Bosch is out, 1 away. AT&T trivia time again. Here was the question we asked you. Name the last player to pitch at a Michigan college and start a game at Comerica Park. Before Mr. Cole mentioned tonight, that would be Clayton Richard for the White Sox, who attended the University of Michigan. And that was just a couple of years ago in 09. Here's Ordonez. Maglio knocked into a double play back in the 3rd. Ball high. 1-1. A little bit outside, 2-1. Off the end of the bat, foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Maglio. Verlander tonight has given up just 2 hits. The Tigers have 7. And the 2-2 high, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Maglio now just 9 home runs shy of 300 for his career. 3-2 pitch. And there's a walk. Here are some guys that have played college ball here in the state of Michigan that are playing in the big leagues. Of course, we saw J.J. Putz last night. Colementor tonight. Rosales of Western Michigan of the Athletics. Getz played at Michigan and Grand Valley State for Matt Thornton. Jake Fox also played at Michigan, but he's in the minor leagues right now for the Orioles. Here's Cabrera. He lines one to center on a couple of hops. Base hit. 2 for 3 tonight for Cabby.
And Colementor tried to throw that high fastball to Cabrera, and Cabrera was able to get up on top of it and hit a seed right past the shortstop Drew. Above the belt buckle, but look at him climb the ladder with his hands and get on top of this ball. Yeah.
Cabrera came in at .323. Give him 2 more hits tonight.
It's a dangerous bat. And so is this guy.
Two singles tonight, 2 runs scored for Martinez. And Victor looks at strike 1.
Tigers have the Venezuelan connection going 3 through 6 here today. Ordonez, Cabrera, Victor, and Johnny.
Patterson warming up in the bullpen for Arizona. The 0-1 popped up. This time it should nestle into a glove of a defender in short left. He had dumped a couple of singles there earlier in the game. 2 gone. .75 for Colementor. 22 pitch 4th inning was his longest. Peralta doubled in a run in the 4th inning. Oh, 0-1.
It's a good pitch there by Colementor. He hasn't thrown a whole lot of changeups in this game tonight. When I was watching him on video before the game today down in the Tigers clubhouse, he threw a lot more changeups. Mostly fastballs and changeups, very few breaking balls.
One and one. Colementor last year was 14-6 at 3 levels of the minor leagues. Dominant, as a matter of fact, in his career in the minors, 41-27 overall. Trailing here 5-0. Tigers put up a big 4 spot in the 4th. Two and 2 on Peralta. Hit well to right. Going to be playable, though. Upton is under it to end the inning. No runs, a hit, a walk. 2 men left. Here's a reminder to be a hero for babies by supporting the March of Dimes with Farmers Insurance. You can do it now through June 29th. Text HERO to 20222 to make a $5 donation or visit local farmers agents at farmers.com. Well, the Tigers on top 5-0 in this one on a gorgeous night here at the ballpark. Temperature in the upper 70s. The Tigers taking on the Diamondbacks here. They have the ace on the mound, and he's leading it now 5-0 as we head to the 6th inning. And for the Diamondbacks, top of the lineup, Ryan Roberts leads it off, and he looks at ball 1.
Let me correct something I said last half inning regarding the Tigers' 3 through 6 hitters, all being from Venezuela. And Peralta is not. He is from the Dominican Republic. The other 3 from Venezuela.
There's a strike on Roberts. 1 ball and 1 strike. Verlander working quickly. The 1-1 pitch. Lifted back out of play down the first base line. 1-2. Nine strikeouts tonight for Verlander. His season high is 12. 2 starts ago he reached that against the Cleveland Indians. His career high is 13. Done that twice. So he may have a shot of establishing a new high here. 13. The last time he did it, July of 09 at Texas. 1-2. Bouncing ball toward third. Inge will charge it. And Roberts is out. 1 gone. Time for a game break. To the studio we go. Here's Trevor Thompson. All right, Trev, here it's 5-0 as we play in the 6th inning. As the Tigers are shutting out the Diamondbacks. More specifically, Verlander is. Ball 1 sails outside to Kelly Johnson. Felix Hernandez led the American League in strikeouts with 118 coming in. Verlander now has 9, so he has 119.
He has gone as high as 98 with the overpowering fastball here tonight, as low as 77 with the slow curveball. And those readings always courtesy of Comcast.
Fly ball left field. Bosch cruising back. 2 gone.
Well, when Verlander toes the rubber, we like to keep track of the amount of fastballs that he gets above 95 miles an hour. And there you have it. He's thrown a total of 23 of them in 78 pitches.
Here's Upton. Spins away from a breaking ball. Upton was called out on strikes back in the 4th.
That's the one thing, and another thing that's very impressive about Verlander. Once he gets into the 7th and 8th innings, every fastball he throws is above 95 miles an hour.
Ooh, that one almost took the mask off of Alex Avila. That one was at 96. It seems like really, regardless of the pitch count, Verlander always seems to have enough in the tank in the 7th, 8th, and 9th to reach triple digits if he wants.
He's a horse. He's a horse.
1-1. 0 for 2 for Upton tonight. In fact, the Diamondbacks have had just 2 hits. That's it. Weak swing, 1-2. 98.
Take a look at this swing by the hottest hitter in the National League, and this gives you an idea of how good Verlander is. Really, that says it all. He is the hottest hitter in their league.
Right back past Verlander off his glove. Santiago on the bare hand. Safe at first base. Bang, bang play. And Upton with his speed is able to beat it out.
Looked like Verlander slowed the ball down with his glove. And had he not slowed it down, Santiago would have made the play a little bit easier and he would have been out.
It'll be just the 3rd hit of the night for the Diamondbacks. And it keeps their inning going. Here's Drew. Ball 1. Did you see where James Shields pitched his 6th complete game last night?
They're calling him complete game James now.
And Shields is 3rd in the American League in ERA with 6 complete games.
There's going to be some really good pitchers on the American League roster. Ron Washington, the manager of the Texas Rangers, is going to have a really good staff. Shields, and Verlander, and Beckett, Mariano Rivera. A lot of guys, a lot of power arms.
Weaver will probably be on that list.
Yep. King Felix, maybe Pineda.
Is the National League going to score?
Well, the National League is going to have some good pitchers too. They'll have Cliff Lee and Halladay. Lincecum might not make it this year. His numbers aren't all-star worthy, but he's an all-star.
The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, Verlander right now currently has the longest winning streak of any pitcher in the American League. He's tied with Lester and Ogando. They each have won 7 straight. 7 straight decisions, that is. 2-1 on Stephen Drew. 2 outs, 6th inning. And it's fouled away. We'll wrap up this series tomorrow. And Verlander will hand the baseball to Brad Penny. He will throw in the finale against Joe Saunders.
You have to give the Diamondbacks a lot of credit for persevering and winning that game they won last night. Didn't look like they were going to win, but they knew what they were looking at here today. And staring at Justin Verlander and how well he's been lately. And they came back and won that game last night, to their credit.
Swing and a miss. Drew goes down, making it even 10 for Verlander.
Light sixth inning, and now it's time for the Coors Light freeze cam, and we're going to show you all 10 of Justin Verlander's strikeouts here so far tonight. Location, location, location. And it also helps to have some really good stuff. Coors Light freeze cam is always brought to you by your Frost Brewed Coors Light.
87 pitches for Verlander through 6 innings tonight. The Tigers now trying to get him a few more runs. They lead 5-0.
That's not that many pitches for having 10 punch outs.
Not at all. Avila and then Inge and then Santiago facing Colmenter.
Tough draw for Colmenter. And coming back to his home state and pitching in Comerica Park for the first time with lots of family and friends in attendance. He had to draw number 35.
Tough break indeed, because number 35 has whiffed 10 in this game and has surrendered just 3 hits. Has been in command of this one from the get-go.
Yeah, but it's a weekend that Colmenter will remember for the rest of his life. They had a parade in his hometown yesterday.
Homer was all fired up yesterday.
They didn't get off the plane from Kansas City to the Diamondbacks until about 3 a.m. a couple of nights ago, and Colmenter hopped in a van at about 7 a.m. and headed back to the house to see family and friends.
Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Avila goes down. 4 strikeouts.
And here's a little taste of what they had for Josh yesterday.
Homer is a town of about 1,700 people. It's about 100 miles from Metro Detroit, southwest of Albion. There's a high fly ball left field. Parra is under it, still waiting, and there are 2 gone. So really, one bad inning for Colmenter in this game, and that was the 4-run fourth, highlighted by a big swing by Avila, the 3-run shot. Santiago a strikeout and a fly ball. It's 0-1. Lifted to center field. Chris Young is there. Easy 1-2-3 inning for Comenter. 6 in the books. Still 5-0 Detroit.
The Tigers take on the Toronto Blue Jays in a makeup game this Monday with a special start time of 6:05. For tickets, call 866-66-TIGER or log on to tigers.com. 6:05 is the start time for that Monday makeup game.
And don't forget tomorrow, the Tigers are hopeful that you'll be in your seats by 12:45 tomorrow. It's a bit of a later start, but that's when the ceremony will start for the Sparky Anderson honoring. They'll retire his number, so please be in your seats by 12:45 tomorrow if you have tickets for the game, so you can enjoy all that is going to happen here tomorrow.
Yeah, that will be a special afternoon tomorrow.
Verlander going back to work, and he is facing Young here in the 7th inning. And of course, Fox Sports Detroit will be covering it live tomorrow afternoon, so make your plans to join us if you can't be at the ballpark. Foul straight back. 0-2 on Chris Young.
Every at bat today, Chris Young has had one fastball to hit, and he's fouled it straight back.
Single and a strikeout for Young. Here's the 0-2. Just off the plate inside. Ooh, he chased one in the dirt. Struck him out. 11 Verlander strikeouts this evening.
Some of these swings are incredible. And it just gives you an idea of just how good Verlander is. The Diamondbacks come in a hot bunch, swinging the bats very, very well.
So Verlander now leads the major leagues with 121 strikeouts. Roy Halladay had 119 coming into play tonight, so he is second on the list. There's a high fly ball to left center field. Bosch running back there, and he'll get to the wall to make the catch. Montero made a bid. 2 gone.
You saw Brennan Bosch calling that ball multiple times. For you kids at home that play the outfield or the infield, don't just call it once. Call it multiple times. That way, whoever else is verging on the play with you, they could possibly hear you. Well, most of you kids won't have that problem of them hearing you anyway, but sometimes in a stadium that's full to capacity, 38, 39,000 people. It's tough to hear that guy calling the baseball.
Or in the case of tonight, 43,000 plus here at the ballpark this evening. Pena rips one foul straight back.
Sellout.
43-163. I don't know if they're calling it a sellout. They're not calling it a sellout, but awfully close. Standing room only.
Comerica Park is the place to be tonight. And JV has not disappointed anyone in attendance. Very rarely does he.
Here's the 1-1. Bouncing ball right side. Cabrera has it. Verlander covers. As easy as 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Stretch time at Comerica. Nothing Tigers in the lead as Austin Jackson grounds the first pitch up the middle. Drew with a nice play, but he pulled him off the ground.
That was going to be a very difficult play for Drew. He has lots of range at shortstop, but he had to throw off balance, and because he was throwing off balance, the throw wasn't on line, and Jackson would have beaten the play anyway.
Tigers have another hit. That is 9 on the night. And they lead 5-0. Bosch will stand in. Bosch has a walk, otherwise a ground ball and a fly ball. And he rips one to right, base hit. Jackson goes to second. He'll pull in there, and the Tigers have something going now in the 7th inning. That'll bring up Ordonez. Esmerling Vasquez warming up. Even 10 hits for Detroit on that single by Bosch. Now the middle of the Tigers lineup coming up, and here comes Kirk Gibson. Buying some time from bullpen, and now Gibby will walk out. And See if he will pull the plug here now on Mr. Clementer. Hasn't made the signal yet. And the home plate umpire is going to go out there and make him make a choice now. And so he'll take the baseball. So that is it for Josh Clementer. Gets a big round of applause from the folks in attendance, including his mom, Melissa. Wallside Windows pitching change. We'll be back. But back in 1989, he went out to Los Angeles, out to Tinseltown. All of a sudden, he became a big-time actor as well.
It's never so tough being ranked #1 and not being rank. Playing the game without getting gamey. It's the essence of good gamesmanship. After all, when one is capable of home runs, why play foul? Right guard sport from Gillette. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Nice Gibby towel. And by the way, on the last flight, they made these Gibby ties that all the players wore.
They all wore them?
They all wore them. And I guess Kelly Johnson, their second baseman, was behind this prank. And they all showed up on the team flight with these. And Gibby said, I'll get even with you.
You know he will.
You know he will is right.
He might get even with us, too.
Well, here's Ordonez now with 2 men on, nobody out. 5-0 in favor of Detroit. And a foul by Ordonez. The new pitcher is Vasquez, Esmeralda Vasquez.
And Vasquez comes in having pitched in quite a few games already this season for Kirk Gibson's Diamondbacks. 31st game for Vasquez. Opponent's batting average .243 against him. He's only given up a couple of home runs.
Clementer threw 90 pitches tonight before departing here in the 7th inning. These 2 runners are his responsibility. Ball inside, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Chopped slowly toward third. Esmeralda, tough play. Got him. Runners advance.
Great day for Josh Clementer. Got his first start in his hometown. He's from Homer, Michigan. Mom in attendance. He looked good early. He threw some balls by some Tigers up in the strike zone, but they were able to him second time around. Alex Avila with the big fly, and then, of course, Gibby going out to take him out. But the kid should not hang his head at all.
And the numbers on Clementer right now: 6+, 10 hits, 5 runs, responsible for the runners at second and third. And Miguel Cabrera will be walked intentionally. That's going to load the bases, and they'll take their chances with Victor Martinez.
Well, it's not that Kirk Gibson does not have the utmost respect for Victor Martinez, but this is the best way for his team to get out of this jam that's been created. They are looking for a double play.
So Cabrera now has 14 intentional walks, which is 3 more than Jose Bautista of Toronto, leading the American League.
Bautista starting to heat up again. He has homered the last couple of days. Now has 23.
That leads the American League. So here's Victor, 1 grand slam in his back pocket. He's a .337 career hitter with the bases loaded. A couple of singles tonight for Martinez.
They couldn't have picked a better hitter to hit behind Cabrera. All the walks that Cabby got last year, there was really no one that could hit behind him consistently to put any fear in the opposing managers. Victor does.
And the average now up to .336. Victor's power numbers not quite where they were in terms of his pace from last year. He's on pace for 13 homers this year, but RBIs are right there. The batting average well above 300. And the 1-0. It'll go foul. Third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike on Martinez. Verlander has been in command tonight. It's been his night. 11 strikeouts, which is just 1 shy of his season high. Colementor, meanwhile, hoping that Vasquez can strand these runners here. Ground ball off the pitcher. Vasquez trying to get it. He does. And they got him at first base. A run will score. Give Martinez an RBI. Make it 6-0.
It's a nice job by Vasquez on the mound after the ball hit off of his left heel. It took him very little time to find the baseball. And because he found it so quickly, he was able to get Victor Martinez right before he touched the bag with that right foot.
So it's 6-0 now in favor of Detroit. That run is charged to Coleman, and the runner at third still his responsibility as well. Here's Johnny Peralta. .43 RBIs for Peralta. Chopped to third base. Roberts has it there. Peralta is out, so are the Tigers. They get another run, though, to go up 6-0. Tigers baseball tonight presented by Bell Tire.
Than ever to find the seats you want or to sell the tickets to the games you can't make on StubHub, the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Detroit Tigers. Go to StubHub.com and choose your seats today. There's a cowboy hat.
Well, it is country night here at the ballpark. Six nothing in favor of the Tigers as we go to the eighth. It'll be Miranda, then Parra, and then Roberts. Waving a miss. Again, Verlander is one shy of his season high in strikeouts, two shy of his career high. He has 11 tonight. Casper Wells, meanwhile, enters the game. He'll play right field for Ordonez. Strike two called on Juan Miranda.
Change piece first pitch. Filthy curveball second pitch. If you're Miranda about right now, you don't know what to look for. Slider? Sure did. Backdoor slider. He wanted that ball off the plate outside. JV getting a little cocky with that slide piece, Mario.
If you can do it, it ain't bragging. Again, the 0-2. Bounced one in that time, 1-2. Miranda and then Parra. These are the 8 and 9 hitters to face him here in the 8th.
.51% of the pitches that Verlander has thrown here tonight have been fastballs. But we've pretty much seen that ratio right there the last 5 times he's gone out there.
Yeah. Ooh, he just missed there.
50-50 with the fastball and the breaking ball. He wanted that last fastball.
Verlander has not lost a start since April the 27th against Seattle. That's fouled away.
Here's Verlander's last 5 starts. He hasn't lost. The earned run average is under 1. 37 strikeouts against 5 walks. Leads major league pitchers with 15 quality starts.
And the 2-2. Run it full now, 3-2.
I was talking to Alex Avila today about why he holds his hand in front of his body. His right hand, that is, because it's in view of possible foul tips. And he told me that he usually has it in front when there's a runner on base or if it's 2 strikes, because it's easier for him when he has to move over to block balls if he doesn't have to pull that right arm from behind his back.
That makes sense. And there's the ball high and away. Lost him.
I mean, you learn something new every day.
I didn't figure that angle on 2 strikes. A good breaking ball count.
He'll usually have it there if there's a guy that can run on base. He'll put it out in front because it's easier to exchange the ball from the glove to the throwing hand. But then he went on to tell me that he also does it in those situations where there's 2 strikes because he has to get over there and maneuver his body and block the ball, and he needs both arms sometimes to do that.
Here's Parra. Double and a strikeout in this game. And he drives this one to right field. It's hooking. That's going to land fair and go all the way to the corner. Miranda coming third. They're going to stop in there. It's a double. Make it second and third now for the Diamondbacks, and nobody out. So really the first sign of trouble for Verlander since the third inning when they had runners at second and third. As Joaquin Benoit begins to warm up. Every Diamondback in the lineup tonight has struck out at least once in this game. Fouled straight back by Ryan Roberts. 0 for 3. A walk to Miranda, a double by Parra. Oh, 2 on Roberts.
Back-to-back 97-mile-per-hour fastballs by Verlander to Roberts. Trust me, Verlander does not want to give up a run. He will try to strike out the side.
Good pickup by Avila, or stop at least.
That's that situation we just got finished talking about regarding Avila. And the fact that he has that right hand in front of his body, which allows him to get both of those hands over there and block the ball.
This is only the second time tonight the Diamondbacks have had a runner in scoring position. They had 2 guys in scoring position back in the third. And then Verlander struck a batter out and got Johnson to bounce back to the mound. The 1-2. Breaking ball, got him. 12 strikeouts. Equals his season high. 1 gone.
He's not done yet. And here's our Bell Tire pitch by pitch at how he went after the leadoff hitter Roberts. Back-to-back fastballs at 97. And then a couple of really good breaking balls in that last one. Roberts could do nothing.
So they're running out of K's up there, 12 of them. There's a ball outside to Kelly Johnson.
Now, do they bring them all with them, or are they making them as we go?
Oh, I think they bring them all with them.
They bring them all with them?
Yeah, because they look too neat to be scribbling them up there. See, yeah, those are all pre-manufactured and laminated.
Looks like your penmanship.
Not likely. There's a strike. 1-1. So Verlander's pitch count starting to elevate now. That's 110. And Justin has gone as high as, well, way beyond that. 127. 132 actually was his high this year. That was against Boston. That was that second game of the doubleheader, wasn't it?
It was.
When he matched up with Beckett.
Tigers had lost the first 3 games of that series.
2-1 with the 98-mile-an-hour fastball up and in. Missed it inside again. Now it's 3-1.
111 pitches in. Make that 112. And he just uncorked a fastball at 99 miles an hour. His best fastball of the night.
Off straight back. There's a 98.
He does not want to give up this run.
Here comes the crowd.
Why not?
And the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 13 strikeouts for Verlander. Tying a career high, in which he has done a couple of times prior to tonight. This will be his third time. And he just might strike out this batter here to get out of this jam. Uh-oh. They got to make some now.
They weren't prepared.
Here's ball one. Looks like a makeshift K. Oh, you can barely see that one.
It's all good, though.
It still counts. Lesson learned. Ooh, 100 miles an hour there from Verlander. 100 to Justin Upton.
He is the absolute truth with a capital T.
Upton has an infield hit, a strikeout, and a soft line out. The inning started with a walk and then a double, and Verlander has come back to strike out Roberts and Johnson and trying to get Upton here to strand the two runners. And the 2-0. Popped up. Foul ground. Avila can't get it. Out of play.
He just threw Upton a fastball at 100 miles an hour. And then he comes back with a changeup at 88 out of the same window, same arm speed. Incredible talent is Justin Verlander.
Another deep breath. 117 pitches into this game. And the 2-1. 2-2 on Upton.
If he strikes Upton out, this crowd will roar.
It'll be unbelievable. Here they come.
When JV walks off the mound. His final pitch of the night.
$43,163. Time called as Verlander was in his windup. The 2-2. Got him! A career high 14 strikeouts.
Boy, you know you bad.
In this ball game, Justin Verlander, absolutely incredible. 8 innings, a career high, 14 strikeouts. And he struck out the side after giving up a walk and a double in the 8th to preserve the shutout to this point. Simply amazing. And Avila will lead it off as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. And Alex looks at a ball outside, 1-0.
As soon as there were runners on second and third, knowing Verlander the way that I know him, he was not going to allow them to touch home plate. He struck out the side.
That's in the air toward left. On the chase is Parra. It's up. It's off the wall. Boy, oh boy, Avila just continues to stroke it, but he's going to be out.
I think he might have hurt himself.
He had to.
I don't know for sure, but I don't know if it's a groin. I don't know exactly what it is, but he coasted once he got down toward first base, and he was trying to run, but he just couldn't get there.
Well, he doesn't appear to be hurt.
Well, let's hope not.
You think he thought maybe that ball left?
That is so out of his character for him not to sprint out of the batter's box.
Brandon Inge, the batter. Right back to the mound off of Vasquez. Johnson has it though and throws him out. Well, he's not being tended to. There are some smiles down there. Look at Rayburn.
Maybe he thought it was gone.
I think he did.
Because they're laughing at him.
Santiago flares one foul, back out of play.
After watching him for a year and a half, the last thing that you would expect him to do is not to be running out of that batter's box. That's why I thought maybe there was a leg issue or something. And I'm glad I was wrong.
0-2.
Not the first and will not be the last.
Well, he's definitely okay. One and 2. 0 for 3 tonight for Santiago. Little number back to the mound. Vasquez has it, and he fires a bullet to first base. 1-2-3 inning. Let's go to the 9th. Papa Grande getting ready to check in. Here it is last call time now for the Diamondbacks.
Hey fans, voting is open for the 2011 All-Star Game in Phoenix. Help send your favorite Tigers by voting up to 25 times at Tigers.com. So vote early and often. Cast your All-Star ballot now at Tigers.com.
Defensive replacement Don Kelly takes over in left field for Brendan Bosch. And Papa Grande's out there, not in a save situation. 6-0 game. Stephen Drew will lead it off. It'll be Drew, Young, and Montero. Verlander goes 8 in this game. Allows 4 hits, no runs. A career high 14 strikeouts. May not be a no-hitter, but it's almost equally impressive. The 0-1, swing and a miss. A big rip there by Drew. 0-2 the count. One and two. 17 saves for Valverde, tied for 4th in the American League. Earlier this year in Toronto, picked up the 200th save of his career. And he's starting to gain on 500 career appearances now. He's 29 short. Bouncing ball to second. Santiago has no problem with that one. One gone. 2 more outs and the Tigers pull into a first place tie in the Central. Here comes Chris Young. Tomorrow afternoon, final game in the series. Brad Penny, Joe Saunders. Sparky Anderson's number will be retired. Ceremony starts at 12:45, so make sure you're in your seats by 12:45 and have a good time at the ballpark tomorrow. Young fouls it back 0-1. Verlander struck him out twice. Chris had one of the 4 hits that the Diamondbacks have posted.
Verlander struck out every single batter in their lineup today. Every one of them.
Some of them several times.
Yes, sir.
0-2. Does Valverde have a strikeout on him here? He's ahead. 14 total. 14 whiffs for the Arizona offense.
And Papa Grande had a couple of really good years in Arizona before going to the Houston Astros. Finally landing in Detroit via free agency.
The base hit, the second hit of the game for Young.
Hey fans, don't miss your chance to see the Tigers play the New York Mets this Tuesday through Thursday at Comerica Park. For tickets, call 866-66-TIGER or log on to Tigers.com.
Here's Montero. 0 for 3. Runner goes. No throw. Strike call. No steal for Young.
Valverde actually spent parts of 5 seasons with the Arizona Diamondbacks. That's where he got his nickname, Papa Grande.
Is that right? Oh, that was who gave that to him?
I think Jim Traber gave him the nickname.
which translated means the big potato.
Yeah. What Traber thought he was saying was Big Daddy, though.
I could see that.
He thought he was giving him the nickname Big Daddy. Papa Grande, Big Daddy. But it turns out it's the big potato. And it's stuck.
There's a check swing roller out in front of the plate. Avila will take it. 2 gone. Valverde doesn't seem to be minding the big potato.
No, he doesn't.
Sometimes you have no choice in the matter. If it sticks, it sticks. So 2 gone and 1 man left. It'll be Willie Mo Pena. Here comes that crowd again. Willie Mo is 0 for 3. $43,163 in attendance tonight. Fouled away. They've kept Pena in the ballpark tonight following that 454-foot homer last night. Swing and a miss and a big rip. So we're down to 1 strike. Gibby knew it'd be tough tonight to get a win with Verlander opposing his team. And Verlander did not disappoint with a career high 14 strikeouts. Here's the 0-2. Meanwhile, taking third, Chris Young. Young standing between the Tigers and a shutout here in this one. Bouncing ball left side. Inge has it, should do it, and it does. Papa Grande comes out to close this one out. And the Tigers get a shutout win tonight behind Verlander and Valverde. 6-0 your final score. A whole lot more coming up from Comerica Park.